I'm Danielle. I'm the owner of Bella Rose Styling, Extension and Color Bar in here. And I've been doing hair for 16 years. I specialize in extensions and color. And I'm also an educator, and yeah, I just help train assistants and new hairstylists. And I love it. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I'm a stylist here at Bella Rose Styling. I've been in the industry for 16 years and behind the chair for 9. And I specialize in color, extensions, and anything hair. I'm a Goldwell Master Colorist, and I also studied with Vidal Sassoon in Master Cutting. So,
Like, she's really fucking good at doing hair.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah. And what are we going to talk about?
So today we're going to talk about basically like who we are, so you can get to know us, and just something, how we got started in the industry, some things that we've learned along the way, what's worked, what hasn't worked, how we met, a little
How we
story.
got to where we are now.
Let's just get right into it. My whole life, I've wanted to do hair since I was really young. My mom would always bring me to the hairstylist, and I just thought they were the coolest people in the world. And my mom would always tell me, no, Danielle, hairstylists are stupid, and you're never gonna make any money. You're not gonna do that. And then once I started really, like in high school, I wanted to drop out of school and become a hairstylist. And they were like, absolutely not. So I'm gonna give the short version, but I went to go to college in Florida, and then I ended up going to hair school a year later. And that's when I really felt like I found my people. Like, I hated school my whole life, I hated it. And I didn't feel bored, and I felt like I just felt like I had come home.
Yeah.
And yeah, and then I just ran with it. I tried to go back to college, and I was just really too invested in hair. And I went to an Aveda Institute in 2007, which is so long ago.
I know, it's crazy to think.
Yeah. And I worked for Aveda salons for like 10 years. And I was in Boston, because that's where I'm from. And then I moved to Florida. And that's when I went to a Goldwell salon. And yeah, I just did a bunch of different classes. I did the Goldwell Master Colors class. And then left that salon, went in my suite during COVID. And then I opened this 4 years later.
I always wanted to do something. I hated school, and I didn't know like what to do. And I was a cheerleader in high school, and I was like, I want to be a cheerleader. I'm gonna cheer for the Miami Dolphins. That's all I want to do. And my dad was like, no, they only get paid like a penny a game. Like, you can't be a cheerleader. And I was like, Dad, that's all I
Really?
want to do.
They don't get paid a lot?
No, that was not true. They get paid more than that, I'm sure. But I was like, well, I don't know like what else to do. And I'm from a small town, and there was like 2 hairdressers, and one of the girls did my hair, and she was like, you should just go to beauty school. And I was like, well, okay, I'll do that. And I would like do my friend's hair for like homecoming, and I cut my friend's hair with kitchen scissors.
Yeah.
And I used to do like the little twisties in the hair, and I was like, I could do that. That's easy. So I went to hair school in Lake Worth now it's Palm Beach State, but then it was PBCC, and that was 2008 after I graduated. And then I've only worked in 2 salons. My first salon was a Paul Mitchell salon, and I learned so much there because they were all educators. So they wanted to teach us like everything.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot there, and then I left, and then I went to a Goldwell salon,
The Goldwell Salon.
the Goldwell salon, and then I was there the past 10 and a half years, just like taking classes, um, getting certified in a lot of stuff, extensions, makeup, color cutting. Yeah, I took a lot of classes.
Yeah.
A lot. And that's how me and Danielle met at our
Yes.
salon.
We met there
Together.
in 2017. I started there.
As an assistant.
I started there as a hairstylist, actually. And then I got fired because I was on drugs. And then I came back. I got rehired back as an assistant. And so I was basically shampooing her clients and all the clients. And then I worked back up to being a hairstylist. Yeah.
And then COVID happened.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to do in the salon?
Like hair-wise on a client?
Yeah.
Color and extension. Transformation, like the whole thing. When somebody comes and they're like, I want like a whole
The
transformation.
whole shebang.
That's my
Color,
favorite thing.
extensions, everything.
Yep.
You don't like one over the other?
No, because
Like,
it's
because
to
it's
me,
together, like doing it together.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
I feel like the placing the extensions, because I use so many different colors, is also coloring it. You know, it's a
Yeah.
whole process.
Yeah. And
What
then
is-
like when it's all done,
Yeah,
looks so good.
you're like, look, but like just doing an extension move up, I'd rather do a color over that kind of.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm talking about like what I'm passionate about, you know, because that's like you're just taking it out and put it back in. It's not
Right.
that fun.
It's not real creative.
No. What is yours?
I think I like doing long haircuts and styling.
You're really good at styling and cutting.
Yeah. That's where I get my muscles from. It's from all the blow dries.
I know.
I don't know. I feel like I do good with long hair and like bouncy
You do.
and the curls and the style.
Like your client, was she this morning or yesterday? I don't want to say her name.
Yesterday.
Yeah, her
Yeah.
hair. Looks
I
so
know
good.
it doesn't like take much. You just
Looks so good
and it
all
always
the
looks
time.
good. Yeah.
What do you hate doing?
Hate doing.
Like when it's on your book, you're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do that. Like you're gonna take it off your book, actually.
I don't know. I don't like doing makeup anymore.
No.
I don't like doing makeup anymore. I cut that out. It's just not my jam. I don't like it. It's not fun. I don't like being
No.
like
I feel like people would be so picky about that. I've never really done makeup on people, actually.
yeah. I feel like it's really
once.
like personal too. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like it. So that's probably the only thing that I don't like to do in the salon anymore.
I did
I
makeup
don't
once on somebody. It was like over 10 years ago. And she brought me like the Kim Kardashian, like the dark smoky eye, like the whole typical thing. And I did the whole makeup, the hair, everything. And she started crying. It was for a prom, so of course. And then she showed me another picture. And she's like, this is what I wanted. And I was like, okay. And I just never, I was like, no
Yeah.
more prom, no more any of that.
Remember my old lady client I had? I used to do her makeup every week.
No.
I don't know why she came to me. I don't think it was that good, but she liked it apparently.
I've had clients where I'm like, why do you still come to me? I feel like, not now, but I used to. Because I'd be like, every time you're here, you say you don't like what I'm doing. You complain about it, but you still come back every fucking time.
I know, I don't understand.
What do you struggle with now, having your own business? Like, what has been the most difficult?
I feel like I used to struggle with consultations. I used to struggle with consultations and like talking to my client and asking them questions because I didn't want to feel like I was asking them too many questions.
Yeah.
Until I took, I think it was one of the Goldwell classes, the master classes, and they go like in depth about consultation.
Mm-hmm.
And now my clients are like, I don't know, I've never been asked that question, or I don't know, what do you think now? And I'm like, I try to like explain to them, like, I only ask you these things because I want to know like what you like or what you don't like or what you have been happy with, what you haven't been happy with. So I feel like now I'm better at that, but before I feel like I struggled with just talking to them.
Consultations.
Yeah. What about you?
Well, styling. The end result. But that, I guess, and consultation. No, that I feel like I've been good at.
Mm-hmm.
I guess like I guess you could say I can be a little impatient with people sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do updos. I'm not good at them.
Mm-hmm.
And now I just don't do them. Nope. And I suck at fades too. I try.
At what?
Fades. Like I don't do men's cuts anymore.
I only cut my boyfriend's hair.
Jared doesn't even let me cut his hair. I've had to like during COVID or when his barber is like, sick or whatever, and he's just like, don't even try the fade. But I'm like, let me try it. Like
I've had like two men's clients that I was like consistent with, and then I would get other ones, and then I would give them a haircut, and they would never come back, and I'm like, I suck.
Yeah.
I suck. They don't even come back. So don't even give me them because I suck. And then the two same guys I had for like the longest time, and now I don't have any men coming here, but except for my boyfriend. My boyfriend's the only one that I cut now.
Yeah.
And I practice on him.
Yeah.
And every time he says it looks better, it looks good. And I'm always like, does it look okay? Do you like it? Does it look good? Oh, I don't know. I think I need to do a little bit more. He's like, leave it alone. It's fine.
Like, don't. Just walk away.
Yeah. I'm like, I'm going to try something else. He goes, no, just do it how you did it last time.
You know what I can't do?
I'm like, I think I can do it better this time, though.
Diffusing curly hair.
Oh, that's so easy.
Maybe for you. Nope.
I think it is.
No, it's like, oh my God, it doesn't look good when I do it.
You have to have like the right products in it too.
Yeah.
And like a lot. It has to be like wet.
Not good at it.
You don't do a lot of curly hair though.
No, I have one client and she brings her own stuff and I'm like,
And does it herself.
pull it out. Why did you want to leave a commission salon finally?
That's a good question.
It's a good one.
I had a few reasons. One was I hurt my ankle.
Oh yeah.
And I was just struggling to let it heal because I was constantly behind the chair. And I couldn't slow down because if I slowed down, then my money would slow down. So I didn't want to do that. I tried. I tried to put like breaks in my schedule and have time to like sit. I got a stool to sit in and it helped, but I was still just going. And it was hard to like step back because I was doing it that way for so long.
Yeah.
And I think I told you this, like I was wanting to like go back to school.
Yeah.
I wanted to go back to school and be a firefighter.
Like, I don't think I want to do hair anymore.
Yeah, I wanted to be a paramedic and a firefighter. And I was telling you that, and you're like, oh, what?
I know.
I was like, yeah, I think I want to like go help save lives and stuff. And,
Okay.
I feel like I'm not living like my true purpose in life. Like, I feel like there's something else for me to do.
Yeah.
And you're like, yeah, it's hair, like doing your own, like having your own space. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. And then like just one day I was like, you know what? Like I don't want to go back to school. Plus I hurt my ankle. There's no way I can be a freaking firefighter now. So I don't know what I was thinking. My dad was like, why would you do that? Why would you want to do that? I'm like, I don't know. I would still do hair. Like, so be a hairdresser by day, firefighter by night.
Yeah.
I mean, it sound good, but no. So I was just ready for a change, and I wanted to start my own business and have more flexibility and not be a firefighter. So
I know somebody who did that actually. He's a barber though.
really?
Yeah, and he went to firefighter school and he's a firefighter now.
What made you want to open your own salon?
I always wanted to do my own thing. First off, I'm a person who doesn't like to do what other people tell me to do. I just don't like.
The rebel.
I don't know. I've always been that way. Like if somebody tells me to do something, I just don't want to do it because I was told to do it. Even though like in situations I'll follow what I'm supposed to do, but in my mind I'm like, oh fuck this. So I always had a plan to do my own thing. And then after COVID, well, when everything shut down, I was doing clients at their house and outside with like a freaking mask and all that crap. And I was like, I just need to do, like I'm doing this right now, I just need to do it. Like, I don't know. And I'm kind of thankful for COVID in that way because it pushed me where I don't know how long it would have taken me to go do it on my own. And also like I wanted to be able to use whatever products I wanted to use. I didn't want to have to be stuck on like one color line or the freedom. That's what it was. I wanted the freedom to do whatever I wanted to do and to take whatever clients I wanted to take. I felt like working in a commission salon, I had a ceiling and I didn't want that ceiling anymore. I wanted to have
Do other things.
yeah, like whatever possibilities. And it wasn't even necessarily like the money because I wanted to have control over where the money that I made went. And that's why.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be able to like take time off when I wanted to take time off, manage my own schedule. Yeah.
Not be like a slave behind
Yeah,
your
like,
chair.
I just did not want to answer to somebody.
Yeah.
The only people I wanted to answer to were my clients, you know?
Yeah, I get that.
Like if I want to use like 7 different color lines, I want to use 7 different color lines.
7 bowls of light in there.
Yeah. If I want to use a gloss every time, use a gloss every time. Yeah, if I want to take a vacation every week or every month.
Yeah.
If I don't want to work Saturdays, I'm not working Saturdays.
Yeah.
So.
And it's funny because like I feel like in the beginning I thought that I had to work all of that time because oh my God, if I don't work, I'm not gonna have clients. I'm not gonna make money. I'm not gonna. So then I would miss birthday parties. I would miss functions or miss family time, working Christmas Eve because I couldn't take off or I didn't want to take off. And then I was like, I think after COVID that I was kind of like, fuck that. Like, I'm going to take that time off. Like, I'm going to, like, I don't have to be here all the time. Like, I don't have to miss time with my family or with my friends just to work. Like, they're still going to be, like, my clients are still going to be there. And they want to spend time with their family and stuff, too. So they get it.
Yeah.
And half the time they're like, when are you taking a vacation? Like, when are you taking a day off? Or, you know, so like I feel like they encourage it almost. Like even this like summer, the transition of coming here, my client's like, oh, do you have any trips planned? And I'm like, no, I haven't done nothing. I've just been like zoomed in on working and not worried about vacation, even though I probably could use one. But
Yeah, you should take one.
yeah.
Just go. Do whatever you want. Yeah, it's good. I feel like anybody who goes and it's weird, like when you have your own business, it's like you have more freedom, but at the same time you don't.
Right.
But at least it's like the ball is in your court. And I just think that's better.
Yeah.
Remember when we used to teach the assistants.
Oh, you know what? I was just gonna say. Remember when we were gonna be educators?
Yeah, for Go Well.
For Go
And then
Well?
COVID happened.
Yeah. We should still do that.
For Go Well?
Yeah. Maybe.
No, we'll do it for ourselves. No, I will not do anything for. No, we're gonna do our own thing.
We actually are working on
We're working.
an assistant program.
Yes.
For our assistants to get new baby stylists or
Yes.
new stylists that come in to have a system. Like when you come into the salon, you're not just shampooing hair and sweeping the floors and cleaning the bathrooms, doing towels, like more like hands-on, get to learn and get behind the chair and not be stuck
Assisting. For 2 years.
I was an assistant for 6.5 years.
That's fucking insane. Like,
Yes.
that's like,
6.5
no.
years. Partially my fault because, like I said, I did not like school. I'm a very bad test taker. So it took me 6 times to pass my board test. 6.
Yeah.
So partially it was my fault, but I just kept going and doing it.
You kept
But
trying,
then
though.
once I got my license, once I finally like passed, I was like, that's it. Throw me out there.
Yeah.
Like, I've been waiting too long for this. But I didn't have like, hey, in the beginning I did. In the beginning I did have a little more structure and like I learned a lot and I was able to like throw on a color or do a blow dry and watch a haircut and ask questions. And then eventually it just got like I was over it. And like you could tell like that I was over it.
Yeah.
Like my hands would be red and like sore, like going home from shampooing. So I literally, like I had to soak them in milk.
Really?
Yes, they were like cracking and yeah. So I just was shampooing my life away.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I
So-
feel like the hair industry's changed so much. And if you are a new stylist or somebody right out of school, an assistant, if you're not like doing some kind of hair within like a month or two, like models, anything, like you need to not be in that salon because that's where you're going to be.
You get
stuck at.
comfortable. You get comfortable and you get stuck.
Like
Yeah.
you need somebody to push you if you are not going to push yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people, especially because you're younger, when you get out of school, usually like you're not going to push yourself.
Yeah, you need somebody
You're
to.
gonna be thrown to the wolves.
Yeah,
Start doing hair.
that's what we do to Bella.
Yes, we make Bella do things she's uncomfortable with, but like that's the only way you're
Yeah.
gonna grow and get better.
I was like that when I first started doing hair, and they would tell me to, do you want to put this color? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. And they're like, why? You know how to apply color? And I was like, I know, but what if I mess it up? And then I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Haircuts, I used to be the same way. Like
Yeah.
haircuts, I like would get lost and I didn't know like what I was doing. I'm just like, okay, you know,
Like 90% of the time it can be fixed unless you just like cut it way too short.
yeah, I had like plenty of botched haircuts. Like I remember giving one of my friends a haircut and she wanted a bob and I cut like a big chunk out over here and I'm like, it's okay girl, it's all right. You'll be okay. Just don't go. just
like it like
it didn't have to grow out, but that's the style. That's the style. It's supposed to be like that. And she's like, oh my God, it's beautiful. I love it. I'm like,
so pretty.
So bad.
I don't know. I feel like for anybody learning anything, like, okay, new stylists, or even when you're learning something new, it's just like fail fast, fail often,
Yeah.
fail forward. Just keep doing it. It's okay if you fuck it up because if you fuck something up, you're not going to forget that.
Yeah.
You're not going to make that mistake again.
Yeah. You'd be like,
Maybe
oh, I remember when I did that
Yeah.
on that one person. I'm not doing that again. So
Especially
let me
if
try
it's real
this.
bad.
Yeah.
Like the purple hair with the pure pigments and the
Oh,
toner.
yeah.
I turned the girl's hair purple. I will never do that. They didn't recommend putting that purple stuff in there, but I was like, let me see what it does. I did not do that again.
Yeah.
And I'll never do that again.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like 6 years ago. I didn't forget it. So, yeah, you know, you might as well just get it out of your system, especially if like,
and
you
it's
know,
always
you're
gonna
working.
happen. Even
always
like we've had years of experience, and sometimes I still like will be like, oh, fuck, why'd I do that?
Yeah.
Or like, I could have done that better. But we're also very like perfectionist too.
Yeah.
So like if I see something, I'm like, I don't know, I could have done that better.
Yeah, definitely.
Or like, oh my God, it looks beautiful. I'm like, sit down, let me finish. Like, and you need a little right here, like something's not flowing right. But they
Yeah.
appreciate that because they're like, oh, this is a masterpiece. Like,
Yeah.
she did so good. Yeah. So.
And then like hair does weird things though too it doesn't normally do that. Like maybe it's like super porous, or they had something weird on there that you didn't know about, like old color,
Or
and
lied
it turns
about.
like it turns like a weird color, and you're like, well,
Yeah.
I don't know why that turned that color, but at least now,
I swear, I didn't
we
put
know how to
nothing in my
fix it.
hair.
Yeah, just so. But yeah, I think it's very important to us here that when we hire an assistant that I want them on the floor in 90 days. Now obviously they won't have a clientele that fast, but like to be taking clients.
Something. Like
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah, like Bella's not going to be doing pixie haircuts right now, but
Right.
she did an extension install the other day. It was good. It was good. So
She's done 2.
yeah. And like the first one, the girl's extensions, like some of them were falling out, but like she came back, she fixed it, and the girl knew she was a new stylist.
Yeah, she knew she was a new stylist and
It's no big deal.
was okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. So I think as long as
Not everybody will be like that understanding, but
she knew she was new.
Yeah, she did know.
She had the option to go to a different stylist, so.
Yeah. And it's very like scared being like a new person in a new place and doing a new trade, or like you know, like trying that on a brand new person too. You know, like
it's scary.
It's scary like at first. Like now, like I used to get like my stomach would hurt when I had a new client on my schedule, and I'm like, oh my God, what does she look like? What does her hair look like? What if I don't like her? What if she doesn't like me?
I still get like that.
What if her hair's ugly? What if I can't do her hair?
I still get nervous.
What if I can't do it? Oh my God. And then she comes in, I'm like, oh, that's easy.
I know. That's why I do like FaceTime consults.
Yeah.
But I'll be like, if I see somebody on my book, they like online booked, I'm like booking them up on Instagram, on Facebook. I'm like, who is this person? I'm like, do they look nice?
Let me see her hair. Let me see what she's got going on right now. I know.
I like to know.
Yeah.
I don't like surprises.
Yeah. Luckily now, like we pretty much know everybody that comes in.
Yeah.
I had a new client book the other day, and I immediately like grabbed my phone. And I was like, let me look at this person. Let me see who this is. I don't know who this is. And I don't know if it was the right person, but. So I still do get a little bit nervous, but I'm like, but then I have to talk to myself, and I'm like, girl, shut up.
I know.
Like,
I know.
it's going to be okay. Like, you can still do it.
Right? It's going to be fine.
But you always get like that, even with like new extension clients. Like, what if they don't like it? What if it's too much? Or
After I've done consults, I've told people no, though, before. Like, I don't think I can make you happy.
yeah.
Because I've known.
I feel like that's really important, like, to know. Like, you can't, like, sometimes you're just not it.
No.
Like, like, either your vibe's off, like, y'all just don't connect, or you can't, like, I feel like I'm pretty good at, like, reading people and, like, like, talking and getting things, like, out of them and, like, what they don't like, and being comfortable.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, people, like, they're just not happy with anything.
Yeah.
There's really, like, nothing that you can do.
I think, like, a huge red flag to me is when they can't find a picture of what they want. I'm like, you have the whole internet, and you can't find one thing that you like.
The whole World Wide Web.
The whole world.
There's a lot.
And you can't find one thing you like. That's always like a.
Yeah. Then I feel like that's when you have to step in and you have to ask 1,000 questions. And then sometimes even they're still like, I don't know. Like, okay, well, what don't you like?
Well, everything.
Yeah, like what don't you
Okay.
like? Do you not like it long? Do you not like it short? Do you not like it curly? Do you not like it when it goes like this? Do you like it to go like this? You
I
know?
feel like the consultation is the most important thing
Yeah.
in the whole service.
Mm-hmm.
Because if that's not like on point and you don't fully understand what they want, that's when things go bad.
Yeah. I feel like that's one thing that I developed like over time was being able to take like the things that you tell me and like I don't like when my hair goes like this. Okay, well I know she doesn't want it cut this way.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't like when it flips out on the end. So okay, I know you don't like it too short,
Yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or I still want to be able to pull it back in a ponytail. Okay, well, you don't want it too short. Or I want bangs, but I want to be able to push it over. Okay, but you don't want bangs.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I feel like you just have to like take. It's almost like playing. What's that game called? Charades.
Sure.
Yeah, it's like playing charades. Sometimes you have to like. They're like, you see this here. Like I want it to go here, but like here and like this and like this. And you're like,
do
oh,
like
okay.
this and then like this
Uh huh.
and like this.
Like okay, I know exactly what that is.
You know how it comes like this?
Yeah.
But I want
Or
it to
like
be
this in the back.
Yeah.
I don't want it like this. I want it like this. Maybe like this. And the size I want to go like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's charades.
It is.
Every day. Charades. You start talking, you just start talking.
That you fucked up somebody's hair?
The worst was actually not that long ago.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. I had a client that was doing her hair at home and she actually no, it's not that one, it's a different one. That was the worst. She was doing her color at home and it was really dark and she had like this dark band and it was light on the ends and she wanted to like be a little lighter and I was like, oh, okay, so we'll like I'll match what you have. Like I would have to do highlights to like make it all lighter. And so I matched like her gray, her grow out with to like get rid of the band and it made it a little bit lighter. Like I did like a bleach wash on the ends just to like get the band out a little.
Yeah.
Just to soften it. And then we made it all one color. It came out beautiful. And then she came in and she wanted to do a few highlights. And I was like, okay, we can do a few highlights. And this was like maybe 2 months later. So we touched up her roots. I gave her some highlights. And I did just like, you know, some up top and some on the sides. Not a lot, just. And her hair was breaking off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I started freaking out. And it was really like here.
Like how bad?
Like it was
Really?
breaking off. Yeah. I don't know what I think she used like, I don't know if it was the color that she was using. It was like a L'Oreal, like the 5-minute color or something.
Oh.
And it was bad.
Did she know
But it was
it
just like
breaking
where
off?
it's just like where that band was.
Did she know it was breaking off?
Well, I told her.
Oh.
I had to tell her.
It was
like
that bad.
like I couldn't even like I didn't even want to blow dry it.
Was she mad?
No. She wasn't mad because I feel like she knew that like she was doing stuff at home and like
Yeah.
I don't know if she had like done like her own keratin or something at
Yeah.
home. And that was my bad because I probably should have asked more questions. But I'm like, her hair seemed fine. Like I feel like in that situation I probably should have done a test strand, but I was just busy. Like and I was like, I don't have time to do a test strand. I'm just gonna so that was kind of my bad for not doing that. But that was probably the worst.
I rarely do test strands.
I did after that. Everybody was getting test
Really?
strands. Yeah. I was like, fuck that. I ain't doing that again. You ain't finna get me like that. Test strand. What do you want? Test strand. Everybody was getting one.
That is scary though. It's scary when it starts, but you're like, oh, what?
I like
happened?
cried for 2 days. I was
Did
like,
you?
I've never done that to anyone. But hey, it happens to the
Yeah.
best of us sometimes.
Yeah, no, it does.
What about you?
I don't know. Well, it just made me think about that client. You've met her. But it was over a few years, but breaking it off.
Oh.
She kept pushing me to bleach it, and I kept telling her, your hair's gonna break off, your hair's gonna break off. I don't care, just bleach it. I don't care if I'm bald, just bleach it. And I was like, I kept doing it, and like, it was such a, I battled with myself because I'm like, do I like just tell her no? Like, and just straight up not do it? Or do I just keep doing it because I want her to be happy? And I kept doing it. It had nothing to do with the money. Like, it really is not that expensive of a service, you know? I just, every time I did it, though, I was like dying because it was just breaking. But she wanted it so white and her hair is so dark. And yeah, I mean, before you knew it, her whole top of her head, it was the last time I did it, it was so bad. And then she finally was like, okay, I'm not going to do this anymore.
And you're like, hallelujah.
Yeah, but it was so bad. And then I had to put all these extensions. So, but there's a lot. I mean, not a lot, but the purple hair was bad. That was pretty bad. Because I couldn't get it out. Anything I did, it just drove it in.
Oh,
worse.
the mixed one? Yeah. That's how my one was with the color conditioner. Like, it was literally like a highlighter. It was so, and like, I'm like, more lightener, more yellow, more yellow. And I was like, I'm so sorry, but you're not going to be blonde today. I don't know what happened.
Weird freak things.
Yeah.
You know?
But luckily, like, both of those clients were very understanding. But I think the way I explained it to them, like, they felt comfortable and they knew that, okay, like, I know she's not like just going to push it and like fry my hair. Like, I trust her to do the right thing. And I was like, look, I don't know what this and this mixed together don't do right. So it's doing something funky and we're not gonna get there today. No. And she was like, okay, I understand. But she's still my client today. So I've been doing her. She's actually like one of my first clients that I ever had in the salon. And she still comes to me. And she's finally all blonde now.
Well, that's
yeah,
good.
She's all blonde now.
That's good.
It took a couple times, but eventually she got there. Yes, a couple haircuts, a bunch of full head highlights, and eventually it got there.
You learn a lot.
Yeah,
you learn a lot
for sure.
Things.
Yep.
But yeah, we're gonna be doing so Kayla and I are really great to work together because Kayla's a very technical teacher and cutter, and she teaches things very like, how do I explain it? Like
by the book?
Yeah, and like I don't know. I guess I would say I teach things more like intuitively. Like, oh, just like look at it. And so we just teach differently, different styles, which is great for different types of learners. So when you learn from us, we really cater to everyone.
Yeah.
So we're
I think
perfect.
Bella said it like the best today.
Yeah.
Like, I can explain it very good, but then she can like show it.
Yeah.
Like better.
Yeah.
So you get both.
Explain. Yeah.
I will geek out and overload you with information. And Danielle's just like, just do this.
Just look. You
Just
don't
do
see
this.
it?
Do this. Look. Da-da-da. There. There. And I'm like, no, you have to stand here. Put your
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So, but everybody learns differently. So,
Yeah.
it's good.
It's good. It's going to be great.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us tonight. This was really fun. It was our first podcast ever. And we will be doing more of these more often. Let us know if there's anything you'd like us to talk about, anyone you'd like us to bring on. And you can look forward to us bringing classes to you, Bella Rose Styling Academy. My Instagram is Danielle Lemire Hair, and that's also my TikTok. And there's also Bella Rose Styling. There's also a TikTok and an Instagram. Please follow them because the Bella Rose Styling has like none. But follow all of them, please. And yeah, thank you.
And mine is Kayla the Stylist on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook.